Knows me.
There is no escape. You're my sword.
Cascade. Wind Strider. Into the wind.
Rain Cutter! Illusion Shot! Add Ast. Thank you for Add Astra.
If anyone around here has been looking.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaidehara.
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault.
Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Mr. Kaidehara is currently the talk of the town, so there are— To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing— Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If—
Millions? Of mora?
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases. We don't make our money by Sorry, I got a little off topic. But I wouldn't know where to begin if we want to connect this with an assault.
Then let's put that connection aside for now. Have there been any other attacks or The Tenryo Commission had very few leads. I thought you might have some information.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. But typically, it's only if anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault. In which case
Uh-oh. Looks like the
I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere. Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now. I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. In fact, it would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured, or, for the poor victim, this would be a complete—
Don't worry, we'll find him.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaidehara. Surely this same—
You flatter me. Truth be told,
You are much too humble. Don't worry, I completely understand your concern. Oh, actually, there was one strange incident over the last few— Let me tell you about it just in case.
sure. During times like this, the more information we have—
All right then. Recently, two people went— One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya—
Amenoma. Now there's a familiar name.
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma. Two grown men going missing at the same time. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps he is the one you are looking for.
Understood, though it seems highly unlikely to me. I neither know this man, nor do I have any idea why he may wish to attack me.
Sure, can't hurt. We never know what we might find.
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start—
Sounds good. All the best.
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now just...
Have you packed all your things? Make sure you brought the onigiri and rice.
Don't worry. I have them all. Take care of yourselves while I'm out. And make sure you remind Mom to take— If running the store gets a bit too much, take some time off.
Oh, Yoimiya, your mother and I got so worried when we heard we've never left the country. So we don't know how Outlanders might view us Inazumans. Or if they—
Oh, relax. Outlanders are friendly and warm. Look at Toma from the Yashiro Commission. He's originally from Mondstadt, but everyone thinks he's a top-tier guy.
A mop tier? What mop? Oh! Do you—
No! I said top, not mop. You know—
We haven't heard this kind of friendly banter in a while, huh?
Oh, hey you two! It's been a long time, hasn't it? I'm excited because I'm going on a trip. Many things have changed. Lots of Outlanders have come to Inazuma, and lots of You two have been adventuring all over to that, so you might not be able to understand. But for us—
That's right, the Sakoku decree is gone.
Ah, I remember you two. You're Yoimiya's. Word of your incredible accomplishments has spread throughout Inazuma. My daughter's a big fan of yours. She said she'd love to be like you two.
Come on, Dad. Who's never dreamed of becoming a hero? Oh, thanks. But I'm just your average artisan. But if an opportunity presents itself, why not try to show your stuff, right?
All right. Did you two come over today to order some...
Oh, sorry. Well, I'm gone. Dad's in charge of making fireworks. You've seen how skilled he is, so there's nothing to worry about.
Oh no, we aren't here to do business.
Oh, so we're all here with time to spare? What a treat! In that case, let's chat some more. I'm not in a rush anyway.
Sure. So, where are you planning to go?
No clue.
Huh?
I say that, but I do have a travel goal. But I don't know when or where it'll happen.
That's it? No
Not right now. Since this meteor shower was a long time ago, the Naganaharas were inspired to create new fireworks after watching. Dad says that inspiration is a combination of what you see and what you know. Inazuma today is completely different from how it was in the past. If I can see this meteor shower, I'm sure I know, right? Of course, my main reason is that I want to go and look outside Inazuma.
No need to be shy about it. You gotta play hard when you get the chance.
You know, you're right, Paimon. Is it just me, or have you gotten wiser since...
Paimon loves being friends with you since you say such nice things.
Sumeru. I've heard of it. It has a ton of trees, a super impressive school, and a...
Yep, and everyone there is really smart, so Paimon should...
Really? But won't research people make fun of me or something?
We won't know if something's real or not unless we ask. Don't worry, we got solid connections and... Well, he does anyway.
Wouldn't I be taking up your time, though? I doubt this was in your schedule.
Exactly! Relax, Yoimiya.
All right, then I accept your offer. Dad, you can have more peace of mind.
Oh, yes. Your mother...
Remember, you two also need to take care of yourself. Okay, let's head to Rito and catch up. Wow, so this is Sumeru? That tree's huge! Is the port built on top of it? And this place is amazing! It's way bigger than Rito's port. There are...
Oh, there's more cool stuff for you to see. Don't you worry.
This place is awesome! I had heard people describe it. If I hadn't seen the port with my own eyes, I could never have imagined... So, the school you were talking about, the academia, is it...
Nope, we have to head north from here and follow the river to reach Sumeru City.
Sumeru City, huh? I guess it's even more impressive than here. Looking forward to it. I'm so excited. Whatever the case, why don't we go to Sumeru City? Oh, I'm so excited that I don't even know what I should be doing anymore.
The important thing about going on a trip is to enjoy yourself. You don't have to think so hard.
I'm just worried that if we don't get down to business soon, we'll take up too much of your time. But if you insist, then let's look around.
Ah, if it isn't Kaedehara...
Huh? You two know each other?
Yes, the Kaedehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects. Yes, you may recall the story of the Raiden Gokaden from...
Though all bladesmiths trace their craft back to the same source, over time, each of us... As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding... There is nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice, day in and day out. As for the art of the Kaedehara clan, I believe it's called...
That's right. Isshin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind, for only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings.
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but an Isshin blade, you are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Isshin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaedehara clan...
You overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments. But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today is to... We hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this case is...
Ah, yes. My nephew. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him. But I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile. All I...
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance too. Know anything about that?
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic... I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato. After that, the next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at... Yes. Strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have caused it.
Do you have any thoughts on what Yuya may have wanted to give you?
If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon. He's never been particularly interested in blade forging, but has always had a fondness for blade test. He is extraordinarily talented in martial arts.
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable. Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya seems to match the suspect's
What? No. Absolutely impossible. Yuya, he is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of
Is that so?
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that... But, with that said, it's equally out... I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced, or... Anyway, should you find him, please let me know as soon as possible.
Don't worry. You have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when the... Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household.
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now. My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
No, you misunderstand us. We are here to help with the investigation.
Ah, I see. I thought... I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state. Has some new information come out?
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. With this in mind, can...
For example, Paimon's struggling to understand why a
That's a long story. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself, but everything was fine when we first got married. But as time went by,
Uh-oh. What happened?
he lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when he wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there. I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to come first. On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said,
Whoa!
And that led to an argument.
actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to... You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family... After I said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If... Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with... The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
I see. Ame no Mayuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke.
At first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument over the price, but my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard.
Maybe he was feeling the pressure from the debts?
I don't know. He just disappeared after the warehouse. Perhaps he's too afraid to come home, now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off our... Even though I'm still a little mad at him. We're a family. As long as he's willing to turn over a new leaf, I know we can work things out.
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this situation. If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for this habit to change so... But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Ame no Mayuya... This situation is getting a little
confusing. More like completely mystified.
Let's try a change of scenery and see if we can piece... Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Thank you so much. I just...
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, Paimon... Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
An interesting explanation. I was also considering this possibility. Amenoma Yuya is an expert on swords. He could have noticed some problematic details about Mr. Nagato's collectibles. Maybe he recognized a blade as a fake, or a well-known stolen item. They thought a fire would destroy everything. But then the Tenryou Commission began investigating and uncovered some incriminating details. But it's a far-fetched theory. I can't imagine how they... One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenoma Yuya is polite and well-mannered. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with... The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just right. Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events. Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker, namely that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing.
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's...
Let's keep going. Since we've come this... If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato...
Okay, but where should we go?
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. There's still a chance we may be able to find some... Wait. I hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those... As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were...
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in...
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now. but I can still sense the direction it left in. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our... We should remain vigilant and approach slowly.
So it's an underground...
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place. Judging from the concentration...
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami. From what I've been told, Tatarigami does... But most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Their interests become fanatical obsessions. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became...
So what should we do now?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a... If we don't open this door, we can move no... You needn't worry. Both of us have faced...
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see any... It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
That was too scary! Paimon was so...
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction that the Tatarigami entered. 2 ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. Yes, let's go. If not, quiet your mind and focus on what you sense around you. Perhaps you too.
Cascade!
Shine duck! One with nature. Clouds high. The bird... Into the wind.
That's close. Following orders. Solidify!
I'm going in!
Lay waste to the wicked! I'll take my... need. Oh, where do you think you're...
Happy to oblige. Everybody stand!
Nice and spicy.
Try to keep lay waste to the wicked! Need. You want this one?
Eat this! Booba, get them!
It's on...
Teamwork is strength!
Dawn, break forth! You want this? Yeah.
Illusion! Let me read your verse. Rain.
Cascade. Kamisato Arc. Suiyu.
The wind knows me. Into the wind. Shine down.
Let's light it up!
Nice and spicy.
Order guide you. Ha!
Everybody stand back!
You're toast! Out of the frying pan.
Lay waste to the wicked! Ha!
Time to witness the power of Guwa! Know my sword!
The depths beckon.
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud!
Be still.
Into the wind!
Shine down! Let me weave you a... Teamwork is dreamwork!
Eat this! Guwa, get...
Let's end this now! Need nothing. This is order. Flames, purge! Now you're testing my patience. Will.
Everybody stand back!
Gather!
Hey-ya! Nice and spiky!
Flames, purge!
Adventure time! Teamwork is trick!
Flames, purge! Order guide you!
You're toast!
Dawn, break forth!
Rain outlines.
Falling leaves.
Adopt!
Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered!
Mind the deluge.
That's close enough.
Going in! Let's lock! Booba, get the...
Crumble! Dodge! Break force! This will end you. This is order. Stabilize.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Cheap tricks. I waste to the wicked. Fall before me. Taste my food.
Eat this! Nice and spicy.
I've got this hand.
Everybody stand!
I'm ready. Cut down.
Shine down! Let me weave you a verse. Huh?
Cascade. The depths beckon.
You're one with nature. The clouds high. The birds,
There is no escape!
Well,
Solidify. Back into it. Dodge. Break force. Time to fulfill. Order guide you. Dodge. Break force. Is that all you've got? Is that all you've got? No excuse for slacking!
A waste to the wicked!
Time to fulfill my duty!
This is
No
order!
slacking off!
Teamwork is strength! You're toast!
A waste to the wicked!
You need to hurry up! This was well done!
Stabilize!
I'm going in!
Dawn, break forth!
You need to hurry up! Roast!
I will have order!
Eat this! Booba!
You need to hurry up!
A waste to the wicked!
Everybody
was
stand
well
back!
You need to hurry up!
A waste to the wicked!
He... too...
Rain cutter! Rain outlines your fate! Snow! Shine down!
Mind the deluge.
Time to go.
Over here!
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my cascade.
This body lost. Look at me. Just the system. There is no escape!
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds, Kamisato up. Suiyu!
Let me weave you a verse.
Be still.
Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered! Rain outlines your fate.
Fallen leaves. Adorn mind the daily. Cascade.
Rain cutter! Shine down! There is no escape! No, my sword!
Into the wind.
It's my lucky day.
I'm going in! You're toast!
This is order. Dawn, break forth! The fairy, let's get down to business. Finally,
Let's light it up!
feel my blade!
Teamwork is true!
The fairy,
Out the frying pan, into the fire!
flames, purge! Finally, the fairy, business.
Hey, yeah! Nice and slick!
I'm going in!
Order guide you. Rise! Dawn, break forth! It's my lucky day. The fairy. My blade! Boom!
Boba, get them!
Solidify!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Flames, purge!
Eat this!
What's one?
Nice and slick!
I'm ready! Taste my blade!
Off we go!
This is over!
Everybody stand!
Lay waste to the wicked! Gather! Cheap tricks! I will have order!
Hey, yeah!
Flames, purge! Taste my blade! Ready!
Then teamwork is
Dawn, break forth! You win!
Everybody stand back! Let
Out the frying pan, into the fire!
You will pay for that!
You're toast!
Strike will suffice! Solidify! This is over!
I'm going in!
Cut down!
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Shine down! Witness the power of Guhua! Huh?
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud.
The depths beckon. Be still.
There is no escape! Body and mind.
Mind the deluge.
Rain cutter!
Into the wind.
Illusion shattered!
Fallen leaves. Adorn! One with nature.
Let me weave you a verse. Rain.
Be still.
Let's light it up!
Order guide you. Solidify.
Eat this!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Boba, get this!
I'm going in!
You're toast!
we go! Let's light it up!
Nice and spicy.
Let's light it up!
Eat this!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
This is order. Solidify!
Booba, get them!
Everybody stand back!
At the frying pan, into the fire!
Gather!
Teamwork is dream!
Order guide you.
Let's light it up! Let's light it up! Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Eat this!
Solidify!
Let's light it up!
Booba, get them!
Everybody stand back!
Yeah. Stabilize! I will have order!
At the frying pan, into the fire! Hey-ya!
Quake!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up!
Solidified! This is order!
I'm going in!
You're toast!
Dawn, break force!
Shine down! Rain cutter! No, my sword!
The wind knows her.
Nice and spicy!
Everybody stand back!
Hey,
Lay waste to the wicked!
Illusion shattered!
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
Kamisato up! Suiyu! Cascade!
Let me weave you a verse. Let's light it up!
Gather!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
you're toast!
Order guide you!
Shine down. Into the wind.
Ah.
Illusion shattered! Ha!
From this point, the trail appears to split in. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance. But quite possibly.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls! They're acting really strangely!
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look. It's... By the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn... Well, let's... According to this letter, a conflict arose. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight.
So...
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point. Yes, right now we need to uncover some more important... If Amenoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately...
Right! So let's get moving!
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, for a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame would all the clues that at first seemed disparate and disconnected. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct...
Wait! You figured it out?
I believe so. But it's something of an outlandish idea. On with the search. We must stay vigilant. He seemed...
Why here? Is there anything...
I'm not sure. But on closer examination, I sense that the aura may have... Show yourself! It's no...
Kaede Harakazuha. It's you, at last.
Aha! So what's your problem, huh? What could you possibly...
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. But what if instead of facing Ame no Mayuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it, it is... Whoa! Surely you don't...
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects. The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, or rather, as a means to occupy.
You're sharper than I thought. Many, many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his... as a descendant of the Kaedehara clan.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectation. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but in her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in...
So... swords?
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as... After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return. I seek but one thing. To face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power.
So Ame no Mayuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those...
My hosts? Who cares what happened? When they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line.
You're awful!
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Naga. At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. By Ame no Mayuya, Kaede Harakazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. Now, give your body open.
Shine down! Witness the power of Guhua! Know my sword!
Into the wind!
Be still!
Do not stand in my way, or I will strike you!
Your bluff's fooling no one!
Lost! I can never lose. It is this body. Even if you defeat me here, the one who fought, he is but a puppet that can be replaced. The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life. And even if I were to lose my physical form, by any means necessary, and any means...
Your fighting style. It is indeed, but from your movements, I sense only hatred and air.
Really? You can tell all that just from his move?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin are... Since the blade is currently possessing Ame no Mayuya's body, its movements... If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate single...
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin art's secrets. The little that you know barely... In that regard, why would I ever need your help?
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now
Oh, that's right! Paimon remembers now! Mr. Nagato...
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally...
And what of it?
Well, that brings me to my second point. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But this ambition, I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, but the way I see it, What began as an ambition has long...
What would you know about any of this? I'm just one step away.
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that you're...
You...
Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this how could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect
Silence, you blabbering fool! I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream, and I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kai.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun.
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to... Once we have dealt with them...
And as for your end of the bargain, if you...
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. If we don't... The cursed blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenoma Yuya fell prey to it.
But even so...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me. We have a chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing...
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn now. Take...
Kazuha?
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first. It's all right. So far, this was as I will.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced... If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, if he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it.
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers hearing about... Since the Takatsukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by
All right. Please lead the...
What about Amenoma Yuya?
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't
Are we sure this is a good idea? Okay, fine. Just be careful.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
The perfect distance!
One with nature. The wind knows me.
Finally, to the ferry. Let's get down to business.
As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
To the ferry. Finally,
How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use in though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last.
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying to control... Let's keep going.
it's my lucky day.
The wind knows me. Into the wind. The wind knows me.
It's my lucky day.
Clouds high. The birds call. Into the wind.
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. He cannot hold out much longer. If he...
But what would that do to
I will be careful with it. He also says he's still trying...
I'm ready!
Into the wind. The wind knows me. One with nature.
Are you okay? It looked like you were really struggling the entire...
Yes. And it looks like...
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere...
Perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you talking about? Huh? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk!
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to it barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would, but regrettably we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty. The only one who truly understood you had already passed away.
Huh?
Here they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming from? Yup, we can help this time.
Don't worry, I'll use my own blade. It's just more of the same.
My lucky day!
Into the wind! The wind knows me. Time to go.
This will do!
Into the wind. Time to go. The wind knows me.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought brief, no one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you.
But in this too you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not attain that perfect harmony. Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during...
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Skill, blade, determination, and desire. All... There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. It is the source of your Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was...
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey, the moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed. You have known this for a long time.
He gave me everything. My life, my form, my consciousness, and purpose. How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, "Do not worry, from here on I shall forge your legacy." How could I go back on my word?
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was transported to a strange dimension. A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed. His frail face barely a newly forged blade lay by his side.
Wow. That was the blade's memory, wasn't it?
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned that he spent the rest of his life in the forge. Not to vent his frustration in he felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as
So that's the true story. But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were warped.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master.
Shame it's too...
Yes. It is too... Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, he seems to have calmed down, though. Let's go and check in.
When I look back at the past, I can remember the day I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes, but darkness and slaughter numbed the mind. Over time, not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition...
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release, but I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself?
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix too? Gee.
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still... My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value.
His attitude has... What do you think, Kazuha?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. Alas, after that, nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending... You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle.
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
I will release Ame no Mayuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps he must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina.
I see. He used my body. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by... If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your...
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention.
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense.
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash. Yep, we still can't let our guard down, even now. Still, even if he's way past the point of redemption, are you ready?
Ready? Okay. Successor of Ishin art.
Successor of Amenoma art.
Honored to crossblade.
It is my honor also.
One with nature. Into the wind. One with nature. Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me. Into the wind. The wind knows me.
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, in your hands it seems he's regained a glimmer of... His sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away.
You also fought well. I'm sure he relished the experience. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness. Nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf. It is too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone. I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still I beseech you. Please,
Yes. I too trust Mr. Kaedehara.
Thank you, successor of...
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want to go there for?
I'm not sure, but I think...
It's Yuya! You have returned!
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
A prized Ishin blade, turned weapon that controls the human mind. Considering their forging philosophy, but I have some good news as well. Ryuji from the Bonton Sango Detective Agency tells me that they've found the missing Mr. Nagato.
Really? Is he okay?
Yes, badly wounded, but he will live. And now that Yuya is back, it seems like the final ending to this story is a happy one after...
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade whispering in your ear?
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me.
What? No way!
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious. I have decided to let him do it. Thank you. I will explain my reasons later. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness. You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
He said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the
Kagotsurube Ishin. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions. Only in the final moments, before his consciousness faded, was...
Seems like he really wanted to fulfill it.
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward. All speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his... I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me. Just as the sight of your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should. I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you...
Wait! Shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh, you're right. We need... And it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made me.
You've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed, we're most the Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanoma Yuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any...
Wow, you sure kept your ear...
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin. a weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the... By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study, and so it looks like I will likely continue with my journey.
I see. I understand.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so it is only proper, were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya.
You misunderstand. That was most...
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking.
Very well. I can understand. Then let's pretend. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the shogunate's assistance...
Great.
Where will you travel to next, Kazuha?
I'll probably take... As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
You must have a whole bunch of questions after our last conversation with Nahida. Paimon was ready to ask her a million more questions, but didn't want to seem too pushy. Like, about these descenders. So, does that just mean people like you who come traveling to Teyvat from someplace else? And as for your sister... Whew, so many questions. Let's go find Nahida and see what else we can find out.
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to...
Rain outlines your fate.
Eat this! After frying pan?
Let me weave you a verse. Everybody stand!
Dawn, break forth!
You're toast! Nice and spicy!
Rain out. I'm going in!
Flames, purge!
Why do they never miss? Everybody stand back! No, my sword!
Nice and spicy.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's...
You're toast!
Lay waste to the wicked!
Witness the power of Gugwa! Rain outlines your fate! Let me weave you a bird. Everybody stand back!
Dawn, break forth!